There's something about creepy audio recordings that can make them even more disturbing than visual imagery. I think it's got something to do with not being able to see the source of the noise. Our brains fill in the blanks. We conjure up a picture of what's making the sounds. Here are 5 creepy and unexplainable audio recordings. Please listen with caution. Some of these sounds are very frightening indeed. Number 1. This recording comes from a Reddit post by a user called RedOnceBlue80. In her post, she explains how she was using a phone app called Sleep as Android. This app records any sounds that occur during the night while you're sleeping. She was sleeping in her bed with her 3-year-old son next to her because he was afraid of the dark. There was nobody else in the house at the time. At 2:04 AM, the app recorded the following noises.
What are you doing?
There are at least 2 separate voices on the recording. The first voice is female and belongs to the sleeping woman. Although she has no recollection of talking, she can clearly be heard saying, "What are you doing?" To which an unidentified male voice responds by saying, "Nothing." Towards the end, the voice speaks again. It's difficult to make out for sure, but he says something like, "That's them." Listen again and let me know what you think they are saying.
What are you doing?
Number 2. This recording was captured by a YouTuber called Devin Raymond. The only explanation given in the description states, "Truly frightening EVP recorded in a secret location during my tenure as a special guest and resident expert with a group that I cannot name. My association with the group ended due to reasons I cannot legally disclose." The name of the location isn't given, but a sign on a hatch door reads East Wing Subway. The investigation team is seen opening this hatch, at which point a voice is heard.
Get in.
The team only noticed this voice when they played back the tape later. It appears to be saying, "I have the body of a pig," and then it makes a guttural grunting noise.
Get in.
It reminds me of the Amityville haunting story, in which a demonic entity manifests itself as a pig. At the same time that the voice is heard, somebody takes a photograph in the tunnel. What they capture is astounding. Could this be the source of the voice, the creature with the body of a pig?
Get in.
Number 3. This recording actually comes from a personal friend of mine. He's not the kind of person to make things up for a joke, he's not prone to flights of fancy, and he's very skeptical about things of a paranormal nature. I have to give quite a long backstory to this recording before I play it. This is what happened as described in his own words. "As you know, I live alone, and I did not have any other people in the house that night. When I go to bed, I switch off the TV, and I leave my mobile phone downstairs so that it doesn't wake me up in the night if I get a notification. That night, I went to bed and I had a very strange dream. At first, I was dreaming that I was at work. It was fairly normal, except there was someone taking a bath in the middle of the factory floor. Fairly mundane stuff as far as dreams go. Then I walk through the door as if I'm going towards the canteen, and suddenly I'm in someplace new. It's a forest, but everything looks like a cartoon. It's like I've walked into a Disney movie, except it feels really, really sad. There's this haunting choir music playing in the background, and the sound of a woman crying softly and saying things like, "Nothing matters," over and over again. I turn around to leave, but the door behind me is gone. I'm trapped in this Disney cartoon forest, and I'm starting to get scared. I can't say why really. It's just a feeling of panic that I'll never get out of there again. I pull my phone out of my pocket and for some reason I call my house. I don't know why, because no one else lives there. But this is a dream, so nothing made much sense anyway. So I call my house phone and it goes straight to voicemail. I try talking, but the cartoon movie background noises just get louder and louder, as if they are trying to drown out my voice. I start screaming into the receiver. I can't remember what I was shouting, just things like, "I don't know where I am. Help me." At this point, I'm getting very panicked. I had to shout louder and louder over the music, until, on the final scream, I woke up suddenly in my bed covered in sweat. It took me a long time to get back to sleep, but eventually I did, and I had no more strange dreams that night. It was only when I woke up in the morning that things got very strange. When I walked downstairs, I saw that the answer phone light on the phone was blinking to say that I had a message. Someone had called in the night, but I hadn't heard it ringing. When I played the message, I almost fainted. This is what I heard. The screaming voice is way too distorted to tell if it's my voice or not, but the background music is exactly what I heard in my dream. It's as if I actually called my house from within a dream, and sure enough, when I checked my mobile phone, the call logs say that I had phoned my house at 3:13 that very night. The only rational explanation I can think of is that I sleepwalked all the way downstairs, turned on my TV, picked up my mobile and called my house and left a message. Then I turned off the TV, put my phone back exactly where I left it, and walked back upstairs to bed, all without waking up. The only problem with this is that I've never walked in my sleep before, and I woke up in my bed midway through the dream phone call, which is precisely where the call ends on the answer phone message. It's a real mystery, and I've kept the message on my answer phone ever since. He gave me permission to use the answer phone message in this video, and he typed out his story so that I could get the sequence of events right. I'll play the recording again. It's not of the best quality. Bear in mind that this is being played through his answer phone and recorded into a handheld dictaphone by me. Number 4. This strange radio broadcast was captured by a YouTuber called Sir Fortesque76. The story goes that he was working the night shift as a security guard at a bank management building. He was killing time by flicking through AM stations on an old radio set when he suddenly heard this sinister broadcast. It sounds as if a woman is crying in terrible anguish whilst a calmer female voice responds to her. The sounds waver in and out as the dial is turned trying to get a better signal, so it's difficult to hear exactly what is being said, but Sir Fortesque provides a transcript of what he thinks they are saying on the video on his channel. I'll leave a link to his video in the description so you can listen to the whole thing for yourself and read the transcript. It makes for a very creepy listening experience. Number 5. This is another mysterious answer phone message received in the night. It was posted to Reddit by a user named WTF Bitcoin WTF. He was awoken one morning by his phone ringing at 5 AM. Not wanting to get out of bed, he let it go to the answer machine. When he played back the message later that morning, this is what he heard. When he tried to ring the caller back, the phone number was not in service, so he googled the number instead. The search results told him that the phone call had come from a funeral home in Hawaii. Are these the voices of the dead? So far, nobody has been able to figure out what is being said. They sound frantic, as if what they have to say is very important. Maybe someone was trying to get one final message out before they passed on to the other side. So that's the end of the video. If you want to listen to any of these recordings in full, I've provided links in the description. If you're in the mood for some more audio terror, check out my video titled Top 5 Most Disturbing Audio Recordings Ever Made. But be warned, some people find number 5 pretty hard to stomach. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, goodbye.